Okay, it's the old dude back, the old dude horse trading. I'm the old dude Bruce. We've been working with the wild horse. And last video you saw we threw some saddlebags and pack saddle on a horse because he just is very reactive. Had a regular saddle on him. Just gets too reactive when we get up there on him to ride him. He just starts getting hot when he like sit on him really. And got set back by the weather, so just wasn't safe to get on, and I didn't want to teach him how to buck again. He already knows how to do that. So if you watched any of the last video, he was kicking at me when we put these pack saddles on, and especially when I put the Vineyards on. So I've been going to work him, I said, for 7 days, and that's exactly what I'm going to do, is start working him full 7 days. Just get comfortable with the pack saddle, Vineyard slapping on him. Now you see he's getting much more responsive. I'm starting to listen more every time when I come out and put the pack saddle on him. But he's still a little reactive, and I can still tell he's a little bit hot, but he's not kicking the fin. See, I can turn him inwards now like I should. I can change directions like I should. And I can always tell when he's super reactive because he won't listen to me at all. He won't right direction. He'll turn into the fence. His pace changes. See here, the nice trot. He's just really not getting too excited. So I just come out here, enjoy my move, let him move, keeping his energy going, and try to work him every night. This horse has been super fun to play with because he's been so reactive, so you cannot skip a method. Here I just want to get him comfortable used to me. He's acting good. I do two types of rewards. Sometimes I do just let him sit. Sometimes, see, I brought him with food there, but the minute I put that strap off, you see that just is driving him nuts. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking the straps of the pack saddle and just letting him drag so he can fight those. Change anything slapping around him, drives him crazy. So I pulled the pack saddle straps out. So he's dragging a lot of stuff. I want him to get tangled up in those a little bit. I just see him get reactive with the horse. He's not minding me as well as he was because now he's got more straps flapping around his feet, around his legs. I think of if they got caught up in barbed wire or fence or anything, I don't want them to do that. So I like to get ankles, get caught up, I'm doing strings, just listen to my music, let him do all the work. He just really hates them flapping on him. I just sooner it be this than me. My goal is so we can get on him and sit on him and ride him out, but how far we'll make it. He's turning the wrong way now. He's turning the right way. Those straps dragging on the ground have really changed his attitude. See, now he turned the right direction, but he had to a little bit. Now he's turning the wrong direction. Just letting him. I like him to turn all different. Sometimes when I'm dragging a strap because they hit his legs, they hit his line legs. Just early with him, but way back must he. So I like that 14, 16 foot lead rope. So when I just let it drag and slap his leg, he's had things slapping on him before. Of course, that's a good way to get him up, get him used to things hitting his legs. Just gonna let him twist up. See, it got twisted where he didn't want it, and I got the reaction of looking, just kicking at that strap. That's exactly what I was trying to get him to turn around. So I didn't direction as much because I want those hit places they haven't hit before, and let him kick at those straps. He's getting more and more worked up. Straps are starting to bother him some more. They start to like him. Now he's speed. He's getting very reactive. The nice thing about this is, see him kick it again. Nice thing about this is, the more he gets worked up, the more those are going to slap him and beat up on him. And that's exactly what I want. The more he slows down and comes under control, the quieter those straps become. And I let him be for quite a while. Just reward him that he's going to stand still, and he decides he won't stand still, but reacted. He's still a little jump. Saw how fast he pulled away from him. Or a nice to wind right blowing. Always blows out. Now I'm going to pick the straps up. I don't want to really ruin the straps on my canyons, but sometimes you got to do what you got to. Tuck you in a little bit. Sure you'll stay there. Off. I ran him a little bit without the straps, and now I'm going to take the bandage off and let him show him that it's not the pack saddle that how he's reacting and wanting to follow me. It's off. Just to show him it's not the pack saddle itself. I want him to decouple the pack saddle with the bandage. I like the way he's standing and active, like he's wanting to come towards me there. He's watching me, he's lowering his head, saying, hey, can I come over? Can I be your buddy? I said, sure, come on up. I'll put away and say thanks for coming up to me and looking at me. I'm going to come out the next day again and do the same thing. This is third or fourth day I've been still a little reactive going on. Careful, you remember the first day I was so work smart, work safe. Still reactive. Pack saddle. Every day I come on, it takes him a little bit to get used to it. I say it. It's in 5, 6, 7 days. Used to something. So just keep working the same thing over and over. Have your patience. Don't expect them to. Some horses just won't get them. And there's our great Erdewind. Pray the wind. Retreat if you do. I don't like this butt tuning. Over a little bit. Here we go. I'll go to his nose, approach, let him smell it, let him smell that good elk blood in there. Approach him. Put him on, and this is just too big to call. Now he gets reactive. I make sure I stay my distance because he will kill. I can watch him. Apologize for the wind. Not much I can do. It's one thing about this training. You got to see rain, wind, snow. I'm doing it a lot, but it depends what you're working on. Though. Sit there and relax a minute. Come up, tie these on. Like I said before in the other video, not want them to come off. The worst thing I can do is let these panties fly off when he's running. Let him think he can pick them off. So be sure you tie them down tight. Be sure they're not going to come off. Be sure your pack saddles won't roll under his belly. In a bad situation. Just worked these on here for a little bit. See if we can't get him ready to go. See him getting all excited. He doesn't know about all this still, and that's the reactive side in him. Even though we've been doing this 2 or 3 days, he still doesn't like these panniers, and you can see how he's taken off with them. And I'm just going to stay here and work with him day after day till he gets used to things on his back. He's very reactive, and I just take the time to let him go. And that time off with the muddy pasture did not help, so he kind of went back on me a little bit, but we're gaining it back slowly. But more things I can put on his back, the more things that flop, the more things he can't get off, the better off he is. Just take the time, let him slap him, let him figure him out. I can't teach him how to let something stay on his back. He's got to learn that it's something that's not going to hurt him. It's something that shouldn't be claustrophobic about, and each step has been there. He's good at the pack saddle, he's good at the straps around him now, but he still doesn't like the bags flapping on him, the panniers flapping. So we just changed directions here, and he's getting better, but he still doesn't like it. But notice he's not reactive. He's not kicking the fence, he's not kicking in the air. He's starting to understand that they're not going to hurt him, but he still wants to have a lot of movement. He wants to move his feet an awful lot, just by the fact that they're on top of him. And I'm perfectly okay to let him figure it out with something else on besides me. So just have patience, listen to your music. Walk over there, you notice he wasn't even paying attention to me. Now he's going to stop. He's turning the wrong way. I'm going to get after him a little bit. He's getting a bad habit. But I kind of let that go for a while, but after a while I've got to knock that off. But you notice when I yell at him, he knows he's doing the wrong thing just by me saying something. Now let's see if we can turn him into me. Nope, has no idea. That shows you he's not reactive. Because normally he'll turn, he'll come into me. And I can tell when he's being reactive just by his lack of willingness of not to mind. So he stopped like he should. There we go. We got the right direction, so I let him go. And that's a good way to tell how he's reactive or he's thinking. Does he continue to do the drills the way he should be, or does he just blow through everything because he's not thinking at all? And right now he's on the borderline. Reading your horse is critical. Knowing your horse is critical. There, he turned correctly. He saw me go, and he instantly turned. So he's, like I said, he's right there on the cusp of knowing where he wants to be, but he's still not happy that he's got stuff on his back. And we added, just keep adding new stuff on his back. We went through the saddle, we went through the bags, went through the pack saddle, now we're doing panniers. Just keep progressing. I'm just going to spend all the time I can throwing stuff on his back that he can't hurt, he can't get off, and he gets used to things just being all over him, climbing all over him. The more things climb all over him and I climb all over him, the more he'll relax, he'll be less reactive. Notice when I walk away, he turned instantly. I said, nope, that's not the way. I yelled at him, he stopped. Gonna see if he's gonna turn the right way. There he goes. He knows what to do. He just doesn't want to give it up. So all I can do is get another wet saddle and time and patience. Don't be afraid to froth them up. Don't be afraid to leave it on there a long time. If you don't have a lot of patience, if you don't enjoy this, you'll quit way too soon. And some horses that works. You get a horse like this that it will challenge you on everything you do. Time, miles, work every day is the only thing that's going to get it through it. So enjoy your music. Enjoy your peace of not working. This is where I get my mind off of work. This is where I get my mind off the day. And this is what I enjoy doing. You see him slowing down a little bit. He's not being quite as reactive. He's getting a little more tired. He's like, okay, there's no sense of fighting. So he's just going at a good, comfortable pace, and I like that, so I'm just going to let him keep going. I want him to get slower and slower and slower until he does not want to work. He does not want to be reactive. He's like, it's just not worth it. Please, stop. Don't make me do this anymore. I'll be good. Make the right thing hard. Oh, I said that wrong. Make the wrong thing hard and the right thing easy. Easiest thing that's the right thing for him to do is go slow, come to me in mind. If not, I'm going to make it hard. He's going to work hard. He's going to froth up. So he's turning the right direction. He's watching what I'm asking him to do now. He cuts the corners. I don't care. He turned the right direction. That's all I'm after. I'm not trying to make a cutting horse and turn him all the way around. I just want him to mind and to watch me and watch my cues. He's doing just fine here. I just barely walked, told him to turn, he took off, that's it. See, now he's really thinking. And that's what I want him to do. He's really watching me now, and he knows the drill, he knows the exercise, power of the round pen. He's trying to figure out how can I make this easier. And that's what I want him to do. My body language is really passive, you see today. I've just really relaxed. I want him to relax. I want to stay relaxed. I don't want to work him up right now. I don't want to put energy. I just want him to figure it out on his own. So I'm being very passive today. And you see how he's very comfortable. And now you can do this until he either stops and comes to you, or asks for relief, or looks for me more relief. He's comfortable where he's at, so I'm just letting him go. I would prefer him to be asking me for relief, and since he's not asking and he's not really looking for it, I'm not going to give it to him. I'm just going to let him keep going. They're asking to change direction. Notice how he came to stop. That's the first sign that I see he's asking for relief, but I'm going to drive him off because he didn't come to me for relief. He just wanted to stop. Nope, he's going to turn the wrong way. I don't like that. I'm going to get after him. There, now he turned the right way. Drive him off. It's just crazy how every step, if I took the saddles off, he'd behave. If I put the riding saddle on, he'd be fine. But everything different, everything new. He's got to try everything. He's not a horse I could take a single shortcut on. I want to make him safe. He's a reactive horse. The only way to make it safe is time and miles and working him correctly. There, I asked him to turn. He did. Took
back off. More change of direction you can put into a horse, the more they'll start thinking. So I'm putting a couple changes of direction in, just testing where he's thinking at. So you see him, I'm asking him, he's like, oh, can I stop? I'm like, no, you didn't come to me, keep going. So change of direction is a very good way, once they start changing the properly, to ask them if they're done being reactive, or if he wants to think more. You notice when I put more change of direction, his energy goes up. So I'm just going to keep driving a little bit, keep pushing him. He's like, holy cow, guy, how many times are you going to do this? Well, I'll do it all day if I have to. Keep working, keep changing direction. Sing to your favorite song, sing to your music. Just a great time to be out in the weather, out in the sun. It's still pretty cool out in the spring yet, hasn't warmed up yet. And that's kind of a bad thing, because on hot days, horses get tired fast. On these spring, cool days, the wind breeze blowing in the air, really puts a lot of energy into it. I'm going to ask. Nope, I'll turn him. I'm going to ask. Turn. Yeah. He turned on his own. I asked him, he didn't, so I just kept the turn going. Ask. He's thinking, and then I turn him. Gonna ask. Turn, away we go. Don't want to bring him in unless he's willing on his own, is begging me to come in. He's not begging to come in, so we'll just keep turning it. He wants to stop. You see him stop, and he's not turning quickly. But that's not where he belongs. That's not his relief point. See him stop, see him turn the wrong way, I get after him. He's just wanting to take an easy way out. Now I like this. He's slowing down. He didn't come off, so I'm asking him to turn in. No, I'm going to ask him again. You want to come to me? He's thinking about it. Nope. So I'm going to send him again. I gave him a chance. I gave him a chance for relief. He didn't do it correctly. He didn't get it. Turn the wrong way. I'm going to get after him. I'm going to ask him. Nope. Send him off. I'm going to give him the opportunity. Some of these horses will wear you down. He's not one that quickly wants to give up. He's not one that wants to be your buddy that fast when he's reactive. So the worst thing I could do is just stop and let him get away with being how he wants to be. I always work him however long it takes till there's a good stopping point. See how he's slowing down over here by the camera, but not where he belongs. I asked him to come in. I'm asking him to come in. I'm asking him to come in. No, he doesn't want to. He wants to take a rest. I'm going to ask him, you're going to rest. You got to come in. I gave him a chance. I give him another chance. Nope, I'm going to send him off. He's going slower. He's trying to figure back out, but he's not quite sure. I asked him again, and he says, okay, I will come in. I give up. See how he turned to me? Now I will let him rest. This is a good resting point. He's facing me. He's giving me two eyes. I could see he wanted to. He had to remember how to do it. He'd been doing it all the time just because they were on there. So now we're going to rub it away and desensitize. I'm gonna let him rest here and say, yep, this is where you get your resting point, is in here, not out there running, not out there being reactive. You see how hard he's breathing? That let me know that the exercise was working, and now he can sit here and breathe heavy. You see him panning heavy, and I'm just gonna let him relax. This is the easy part. You don't have to be scared because there's some bags banging on your side. Oh, he hates things all over him. He hates things crawling on him. He hates things on top of him. He hates things on the side of him. And so I'm going to do it till he's comfortable with it. He's not kicking at him anymore. He's not kicking at me. Give him little treats. If he wants to take a treat, relax. So he is improving with him, but he's not there yet. So just let him relax. Like 15 seconds minimum sometimes on some of these hard drives for a relaxing point. Rub it away. Go back to the T-spot where he loves to be rubbed. Just be his buddy here. We're relaxing. It's okay. So I'm going to rub it away. Walk away. You want to see what he does. I'm watching his eyes. I'm watching his body language. I like he's standing there. So he's saying, I'm done running. So then I would just desensitize him. Now I'm coming out again. I'm going to just relax again and let him go. See if he can figure it out today on his own. He's trying to figure it out right now. He's not running as much as he has in some of the other days. I'm just going to let him figure it out. I'm going to just relax, sit here, no energy, and give him as much time as I can with it on his back. The worst thing you ever want to do is ride a pack saddle. Told you I've done that before, and that hurts. Going in to get out, you think I could just ride this pack saddle, and then I can. And you only have one horse, and then I can lead him out. Well, if that's all you got, walk it in. They're not comfortable. I like his pace. I like he's being easy. I'm in no hurry. I'll let him get as wet a saddle as he wants to get. There he's slowing down. I love the walk. Now he's just walking. That's a great sign to get him where he'll come out and just start to walk with it. Where he's not all hyped up, he's not all kicking, he's just relaxing. I'm just going to let him go at his own pace here. I love it. He's fit. Just going to sit here, let him get comfortable. You can sit out here for an hour or so. Just let them get comfortable with something on their back. Get comfortable with it being tied up in a saddle that's got rigging that they're not used to all the way around them. The more comfortable I can get him, the more safer he will be. And just, I like that he's walking, he's not fighting it. So I'm not going to be in any hurry. Listen to my tunes, kick back for the day, nice and peaceful. Think of hunting, all my old hunting stories, being up on the mountain in a tent, packing in on a horse. Thinking all the times we got snowed in up hunting, and all of a sudden got to wake up 3-4 feet of snow on the wall tent. Can't even get out of the tent. Horses are going crazy. I love those days. Think of pheasant hunting, getting your Britneys out, shooting pheasants. That's the lifestyle. I get so wound up in this political garbage today and the idiots. Where do all these idiots come from? I have no idea. They just have really not lived the country life, in my opinion. They really don't know what life's about. It's about being with nature, about being with your family, riding with your family, hunting with your brothers, hunting with your dad. Now he's done that a while. I'm going to get up. I'm going to push him out a little bit. I'm going to ask him if he wants to come in. You see, I'm asking. He says no, so we'll send him away. I don't even have to send him already. He knows what he's did wrong. If he's not going to mind me, he turned around on me there, so I let him have it. If he's not going to mind me, he doesn't want to do it the easy way. No, put energy into him. Move his feet. It's all about moving their feet. I can move them a lot when I'm not on their back. It's easier to move them now than it is to fight all that movement when you're up on his back. It's like a good house. You want to get a good foundation underneath them. So just start turning him, start sending him, put energy in, asking. Put the time in. He took a shortcut, wanted to come to me when I walk away. You see what he did there? I'm like, no, I didn't ask you. I'm not going to let you till I ask you. He tried to pull a tricky one on me. Now he's starting to think like, I really want to come in. I really want to come in. I'm like, okay, if you're going to face me, give me 2 eyes. Let's sit here and rest here today. Makes me tired just thinking about it. Now let's see if he's more willing to do what he should be doing on the ground. Back to what I always do. Let's start working him a little bit on the ground, just on a lead rope, just like we did when we first started training him. Yield the rear end, just say, I looked at it, turned away, I love that. That allows me to go to the other direction. Nope, he wanted to stop. He thought I was going to turn on him. Keep him going. Now I looked at his rear end, yield the hindquarters. Remember, yield the hindquarters, stage 1, Stu? This is where it's paying off. This is where all that yield hindquarters, stage 1, stage 2. Look at the rear end. He turns away from me. He doesn't. Pivot him on his front foot. Remember how we pivot him on his front foot? Yield hindquarters. There we go. Stage 1 right here. I do a lot of stage 1. It comes in handy, especially when I try to get on a horse. And just go back and rework your drills. There we go. Yield the hindquarters. Get him to pivot on that front foot. I love it. Just start running. Just work your simple groundwork again. Fundamental groundwork again. Always go back to it. Now I'm flexing the head left and right, going right back to what we did on groundwork, flexing it both ways. I'm flexing from the right side. He's flexing the left side. You see how he's flexing the left side? He knows I'm going to do left side too. So when I flex the right side, he automatically flexes the left side. I love that. He knows I'm going to flex him on that side. So that is so hilarious. He's doing it all by himself. I flexed the right. He was flexing the left all by himself. He knows left, right, left, because I normally pull the rope over and flex the other way, so he's flexing both ways. Now I'm on the left side and he's flexing to the left. I loved how he did that. That's how used he is to me flexing him. It's going to be critical when they're riding that he'll flex left and right. Now I put it over his neck. Like that, he's going to take off. So you know what I'm going to do? If you're not going to act smart, we're going to let the rope drag behind you and whip you, and we're going to give you some energy. If you decide, do you want to be reactive again? Let's go be reactive. He says, oh, I really didn't mean so. I really didn't mean to. Oh, then take off. So he thought about coming in and giving up. He knows he did the wrong thing. So now I'm just going to put some energy in him and make him move his feet. Let that rope hit him. This is what I did right at the beginning, is put that 18-foot lead rope on him. Let him get caught up in it. He's like, I really don't want to do this. Please don't make me run anymore. Please. He's begging me. I'm like, I'm going to give you your choice. Now, take off then. See, kick at the rope a little bit. Aids things around his feet. Very good exercise. He got out of the habit of kicking the rope when I was dragging, but now that I see that he's going back to that, and I saw it a little bit when I was letting the panniard straps dangle, I'm going to really make him pay for that. That's something I got to work on, so we're going to work on that. That's something I'm putting in my memory. I'm looking at things that he doesn't like. I'm watching him carefully. Anytime you see something he needs work on, you just keep working on it. Make him figure it out. You gonna be ornery? You gonna be reactive? Or you gonna mind? Watching him. I'm letting him decide. I'm letting him decide. It's his choice. It's not my choice. I'm gonna ask you gonna be nice? He says, I'm a little spooky right now. I've got this rope dangling down. I got the pack saddle on. I got the panniards on. But he also doesn't want to run. He's kind of glued his feet. That's that cement. I love it. So I'm going to ask him to send him again. See if he's going to pull on the lead rope. We've done lunging. He knows lunging. He does it really well. The problem is he's got the panniards on, and I'm like, I don't like that. So he doesn't want to do the lunging with panniards on. So we'll make him change direction. We're going to work him a little bit off the lead rope. I'm okay with that. Change directions. Go back to your C pattern. Change directions. Go back to your C pattern. I love that. A lot of good groundwork. Now, if we hadn't done this before without the pack saddle and the panniards, there's no way I could do this with him right now. He'd just be too reactive. And so I just want to recall his memory. Just get a little aggressive. I'll bump a little bit on there. I'll bump, 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 make him turn his head, make him think, bump, 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 there we go, make him change directions. I'll bump on him. And I'll get him where he's not so reactive on a lead rope. I want to be able to lead him and do anything I want with panniards flapping and him being aggressive. He'll do it without, he won't do it with. Just want him to lead, want me to follow me, want him comfortable with whatever I do with him. although he's got the pack on. Now I'm doing something tricky here. I'm clipping on two lead ropes, one on each end of the D-ring on the back of the saddle. Remember when that lead rope was hitting him, I thought he was over that. He was very reactive to that. So now I'm just going to let two lead ropes drag. That way I don't have to drag out my panniers, leathers, and you saw him kick at him there. And I'm just going to let those lead ropes just bang on his back legs. I want to turn him all different directions. There you go, kick at it again. I've done the lead rope all the way through, but he's obviously coming back to that. And you notice I picked that up in the other drill. So now I'm putting those lead ropes out there, letting him kick at him. Can you imagine dropping a rein or dropping a lead rope or dropping a lariat by him and have him go off kicking at that? That'd just be a mess. So I want those lead ropes just pounding at his back hocks. The more he runs, the more he's going to get tangled in them, the more he's going to kick at them. I want to just mix him up in that. I want to make him safe. That way if we got barbed wire, anything touch his feet while you're on him, I don't want him kicking like that. So we're just going to put a lot of energy into those lead ropes. I noticed he's slowing down a little bit for that. When I first put the lead rope, the long lead rope, and let it do this to him and twist him in it, he went off for days. I've noticed he's settling down more quickly. He's starting to recall that I've seen this before. I've seen this too many times before. And so I like how he's reacting quickly to it, but I don't like that he didn't remember it, and that was still an issue. And I picked that back up. So that's a good way to do that, and I worked that lead rope drill with him forever. Now I'm going to come back and I want to increase the pressure of the pack saddle. I've put the difference now is I've got alfalfa cubes in him, and he's just really, he hears the crunch of the bag, he hears that it's not the same, and that's how this horse is. Anything changes and he picks it up. So now I got him full of alfalfa cubes, and I want to put these alfalfa cubes up and start giving him some weight, something different. So we're going to start packing him with some alfalfa weight. Let that weight pound on him, not just an empty bag. Now you notice he wasn't as reactive as he was when he just put the bags on and he kicked at me, but he's still reactive because it's different. It's hanging different. It's sitting different. So I'm going to work days and days and days until he gets really comfortable with these alfalfa weight on him before I start going back to a riding saddle. Approach and retreat if you have to. Let him smell it.
Okay.
Just use your same tools that you know. I'm too old to lift these stupid things up there. They're heavy. And this horse is too tall for me. But I'm trying to get these cubes up on his back. Get him hooked. That's why I like crossbuck. Now, I'm going to have to tie these on just like I tied on anything else. So I love these panniers. They're huge panniers. They take an 80-pound bag. They got double leathers. One come across the front, one goes across the back, and they crisscross when you do it. He doesn't like that leather slap, and he doesn't like the noise of that. But I'm going to tighten them down, strap them on. He's like, oh, I don't want this. Now he's feeling weight. Now he's got panniers with weight in them. Get him cinched, hooked. He's like, oh, I don't like this. I want to go. I want to run. Just a difference with the weight. It's crazy how he was got him okay with the bags. Now he's not okay with the bags with something in them. And that's how he's going to be. Yeah, we'll get you going one way or the other. Make sure he's been pulling on that. Had to make sure he doesn't get loose because I don't have the bags all the way on, so I just tighten up the lead rope. Always be watching what's going on. Tighten the cross strap. Love this pack saddle. Good heavy duty pack saddle with D-rings all the way through on the panniers. Makes just perfect for double diamond. Tell him to hoof. He is listening to me when I tell him to stop. I like that in him. Now I'm going to go get my tie down rope, because I didn't have it in my pocket and I should have. I cannot have these bags rolling on him, so make sure your cross buck is tight. Make sure the pack saddle's tight. The cinches are tight. Make sure you tie the hoops down. So I'm going to go around them and I'm going to do some loops. And the worst thing I can do is have a bag come off and get in trouble or roll on me. Loop them around a few times. There we go. If you pull them tight, that'll keep the loops from coming off the top if something silly goes on. And tie them up. I like how he's starting to stand still with me. Now he's getting antsy. Gonna make sure the gate's closed. Gate closes good there later. He pulls on that fence and breaks that gate post, so oh well. Get my gloves on here because I know he's going to be a handful with that weight on him. I'm going to try to relax him here, rub it away before I cut him loose. First time with weight. He's starting to follow me. I like that. I love that. Then he decides, oh, I got something different. So he's going to go away. Now you see those bags just flap and that heavy weight hit on him. That's going to get him all excited. And see, he's not minding me all again. All of a sudden, he doesn't want to mind me again. I love the way that the heaviness of the bags and panniers and beat on him and move and give him that movement on his back. He needs a lot of movement up there to get used to it before I'm going to get on him. He's not doing too bad though, considering. He's not minding me well. Not minding me well. So you can tell he's still hot. That's a good way to tell how hot he is, by how much he minds you, how well he turns. So let's just let these bags work on him for a while. He can run all he wants with the weight on him. You notice he's slowing down quicker now. I'll put this weight and these bags on 3 or 4 days and he'll start getting the hang of those. But I like how he's going back into a trot quicker. He's starting to figure it out. He knows the more he runs, the more that heavy bag bangs on him. I just love that he's not fighting it and going and kicking up over the fence, and that weight is, he's like, oh, I'm okay here at a trot versus trying to fight the bags. I like that he knew he turned the wrong direction the minute I got into him. Just trying to fill him out, trying to see what he's doing, put that energy into him. If he doesn't want to turn the right way, I'll make him turn the right way. Because he's not being overly reactive. There we go. Great way to put a lot of energy into a horse and get him used to things on it is a pack saddle. He just, after all the rain, when I started to get up on his back, he just got too hot. So I could tell he just was not ready to go there. And reading your horse is important. So we went with the pack saddle. That was till he got used to the pack saddle. Then we added empty panniers till he got used to that. Now I'm putting weight in the panniers till he gets used to that. Just keep finding things to strap on. Get more things that scare him until he gets used to it. That's the whole goal that I'm doing right now. Yeah, he's trying to figure it out. He's watching me. I love that. Love that. That's pretty good for weight on it with him. So now we got weight on him. We got a whole new feel and look. And he's starting to figure it out pretty quick. Oh, I love how he's following me here. Just really like that with all the straps hanging down on him. Just great way to do it. He decided he's going to get a little antsy and go away, so I'll put some energy and give him some more time. But he's really figuring this out quicker now that he's had uh, the paniards on before. Now that it's got weight in him, he not too shabby. Didn't kick the fence, didn't kick anything. Figure out how to slow down in a hurry and not let him pound on him. Got all that dangly strap. Love it. Not being reactive, so those lead ropes dragging really helped. Gonna ask him, gonna work him here a little bit. Comes to me. I'm gonna rub it and be soft and say thank you, and this is his resting spot. That's his reward. Sorry, it's not on camera. I'm not a cameraman. I told you that I'm an idiot coming to these cameras. Wasn't my goal. My goal is just kind of show you kind of some of the steps we go through, the progression of Blue, of a horse. If you remember, we couldn't touch, we couldn't saddle, we couldn't get in, we couldn't put a lead rope on him, couldn't put a halter on him. I'm asking him to come in. He says, you bet. I really love how he's thinking. I'll reward him if he wants it. So I'll give him a treat if he wants it. He's not very good at treats, but that's okay. Rub it away. Great job for him. So here we have a wild, hot, reactive horse who now has something on his back, who will follow me, who will mind me with all of his groundwork. Really getting closer to get back on and start to ride him again. Just love this right here. I'll let him follow me all day. That's just really, really good for his hot and reactive. I'm going to back him up a little bit. Love it. Yep, remember, go back to your groundwork. So good. That's my reward right there, is to see him mind, see him do what he should be doing. It's been almost 4 months now. Almost 3 weeks that was raining and stuff I couldn't get on him, do anything with, but I'm just really pleased how far he's come with being as reactive as he was. Try to recenter the camera for you there to get a better look, but he's just really minding me, really being gentle. I can control him just like I want him, like he does, without anything on him. And this is the point that I start thinking, okay, he's minding, he's paying attention, he's not being reactive anymore. I'll do this for a few days, and then we'll go back to reapproaching, getting back on him. And grab his attention. I can pull him in. I just love that. Really connecting well. Going back to thinking. And every drill I do, that's what I go back to. How well is he connecting with me? How well is he being reactive? I want to see if he'd push, and he didn't like that, so he pushed away. I'll put a little bit of energy in him, but I was just going to yield his 4/4. He still didn't want to do that right then, so let's go back to being reactive, and we'll get him there. But the key is just stay with this every night for a long time. Now I'm happy, enjoying it. He's doing really well. Now's the fun part. Just have fun with him when they start minding and doing what he should be doing. There, he got a little bit giddy on me, so I'll put a little bit of energy in him. I want him to react with me. I want him to connect with me just like he did at the beginning. I should be able to pull him in, pull him out, push him away. And if he's not, we'll play with him till he does. Now I'm just having fun with him. He doesn't know what's going on. I'm going to really make him think. I'm going to really make him think of what I'm asking him to do, and I'm going to give him mixed signals and just really have his mind on me. And just keep going until he softens. Then get him reactive. Then I'll let him soften. I'll get him reactive. until he just as always just wants to be soft. Now what's important with a horse like this is that just because you can do it in the pen, there's no way I could take him out of the pen and do this, because that's a whole new environment with him. So you almost have to start at the beginning again, out in the pasture, out in the open, and be mindful of that. That every environment change is a change in his brain, just like every saddle, every panniard, even loaded panniards are changing their brain. And so, yeah, this horse, I get a little bit too careless here at the end, and I'll point that out because I'm thinking he was being so good that day, and all of a sudden I'm going to take him out of the pasture and just tie him up with the pack saddles loaded and everything outside, where I thought I'd bring the tractor in and clean the pen, and he caught up with me. So I'll show you that at the end. But just remember, whatever you do inside, you got to start that groundwork. Oh, I love that right there. Notice I asked him to slow down, and he came to a complete stop. That's what I'm asking him to slow down again. I love that. Get where you can drive him and ask him to slow down. There, I'm asking him to slow down. I'm asking him to. Oh, I love that. Now he's connecting with me. I didn't ask him to come in. I just asked him to slow down. Get where you can control speed from a distance. That's when you know he's listening to you. And I'll start working on that with him more and more. Ask him to go. I want to get him where when he's loaded and packed, I can run him, I can walk him, I can trot him, I can lope him, just with commands around there without any lead rope at all. There, I'm asking him to slow down. He says, "Can I come in?" I says, "No, I just asked you to slow down." So now I'm going to work on slowing him down there. There we go. I'm just asking him to slow down. Slow, slow, there we go. Slow. He says, "Can I come in?" I'm like, "Nope, I just want you to go slow." So here we're starting to teach him how to slow down with the pack on. There we go, there he slowed down. I said slow down, he thought I was sticking my arm up in the air, so he took off a little bit, but he'll get used to it. He's really starting to pay attention to me. I love it. I'm really getting to be decent with, inside the pen. Like I said, outside the pen, we're going to have to start this groundwork all over again. I'm letting him know he can go, but he doesn't have to go fast. He can go slow. There we go. That's it. Brought him right to a walk. That's what I'm after. There we go. Ask him to slow down. Slow down. There he goes. Walking. Beautiful. Beautiful. He wants to come in. I'll let him come in. Really nice. Okay, like I told you, he's getting really good in the pen, but I took him out for the tractor, so what did he try to do? He had this pack and everything on. He jumped my fence. So at the end here, I'm getting to the end. I'll show you the fence, and I'll show you how even I make mistakes. I'm glad he wasn't hurt. Nothing happened, but I lost a little hair on the belly, but that's what happens. So always be mindful. So there's the fence. You can see the hair on the fence. You see how he bedded out. So that's just me being silly. Always take care of your horses. Remember that outside the pen is different than inside the pen. Well, next time we'll come back and we'll see if I can get back up on his belly, get my feet around him, and control him. You can go back and watch the beginning videos. Appreciate your time. If you're watching all these, have a great day and enjoy your ride.